Hello and welcome to DFS Coach Talk. Today is Wednesday, June the 8th, 2022. I am Joe Sarvati, affectionately known as Coach, and I am here to go over tonight's Major League Baseball 10-game main slate that starts at 7:05 p.m. Now, we have become somewhat meteorologists here at Coach Talk, as I'm sure with everyone else in the DFS world. So the last couple of nights have been touch and go with some games with weather. We do have a couple of games that we have to mention right off the bat to keep an eye on throughout the day, and that's what we will do. On that main slate, there are 3 games. Baltimore, definitely messy there. A little worried about that one. Atlanta is more touch and go, so we'll keep an eye on that one. And also Cleveland looking very shaky with quite a bit of rain expected there. So 3 games we have to watch closely. That does become a big part of the mix and the battle here. So we'll be following them throughout the day, afternoon, all the way up to first pitch. And we'll do that right here at Coach Talk. So if you don't want to have to chase the weather, why don't you just join us here at Coach Talk? Go to dfscoachtalk.com. Just sign up there. If you want to grab a 3-day pass for $10, you can do that. It's a fantastic bargain. And Wednesdays are a great day to do that because we've got NBA tonight. We've got our PGA lineups posting tonight for tomorrow's RBC Canadian Open. And then, of course, all the baseball going on. So basketball, baseball, and golf for the next 3 days. What we do here at Coach Talk is unique. We really study the games. We hand build lineups. We use all the optimizers and all the things that everybody uses, but we like to, do the eye test, check out what it's looking like. And, we really don't underestimate that at all. It's definitely part of what's brought us this great success here at Coach Talk, and we'll continue to do that. So if you're a normal player, you're playing whatever, $10 or a couple $100 a night, and you're going after it. We feel that we're built for players like that. If you're a 150 max player and you're playing 10, 20 grand a night, maybe not so much. There are some other options out there in the industry that may be a better fit for you, but we want to be there for the everyday DFS player, and that's what we will continue to do. All right, very excited to get into this slate today. I'm pretty pumped about it. I like the fact that all 3 FanDuel, Draftkings, and Yahoo have that 7:05 slate, and we do provide for all of them. We give full lineups for FanDuel and Yahoo, and core plays for DraftKings and Clipboard. So a lot of good stuff. All right, we're going to dive into this. And again, remember those 3, Baltimore, Atlanta, and Cleveland, that we have to keep an eye on throughout the day when we're building those lineups. All right, first off, we're going to go with pay up pitcher. And I'm going with Tony Gonsolin from the LA Dodgers. And the reason I'm doing that is I love the matchup here. It's against the Chicago White Sox. They will strike out. The temperature is going to be in the 50s there, maybe a light shower here and there, but nothing that will delay anything. But, not a hitting type atmosphere. And Gonsolin's been fantastic, and he's priced right. For pay up, I'll have a little extra money left for my hitters because he's 9,200 on DraftKings, 9,400 on FanDuel. He is expensive on Yahoo, though, at 52. So not as excited about that. But the bottom line is I think he's in a great spot against a team, excuse me, that he can strike out. And allergies. It is that time of year. I've got the windows open, but yes, it's grabbing me. So Gonsolin, I think, very solid play. And he's been terrific this year. I mean, he's been part of, this Dodgers good start to the season. He's consistent. He's gone deeper than he normally does. And, there's just a lot of reasons to like him. He's 6-0 with a 1.59 ERA. That doesn't hurt. That, sort of tells you how hot he's really been. And an 0.88 whip. So amazing. 49 strikeouts doesn't knock you over. I get that. And that's probably the reason why some people don't want to go to him. But man, you can mail it in that he's going to get you 6 innings. I mean, he goes 6 innings like a clockwork. He's done it 4 games in a row. And in those games, 7 strikeouts, 7, 7, and 5. So it's not like he's not striking anybody out. And again, the weather, the team, everybody's facing, I just think he's an outstanding play tonight. Feel very comfortable with him. And, he has not scored below 20 DFS points since April 26th. So, you pretty much know what you're going to get with him. No, he doesn't really have the 14 strikeout maximum, upside that some guys do, but not too many do. But risk removed, just everything fits, especially for, a cash single entry player. I mean, he's just so solid. I really, really like him tonight. All right, my value pitcher is a choice I think is good, and there's a lot of reasons why I like him, and it's Nathan Ivaldi. He's 3-2 with a 3.41 ERA, but he's playing against the Angels. The Angels just fired their manager yesterday. They're just so off kilter, not playing well at all. They've lost a ton of games in a row. They just are not playing well. What was their result yesterday? Did they finally win a game? I don't believe so, but I will look that up here when we're talking, because the bottom line is whether they won yesterday or not, they've lost so many games. They're playing bad. Their lineup looks terrible. I mean, they're just missing some key bats. Trout got dinged in that game, so we'll see. It'd be interesting to see if he plays today or gets scratched. But it's just been a nightmare for the Angels, and I think that it really plays into Boston, who's got a pitcher here that's been hot. He's really pitching well. 3 games in a row, and there's not too many pitchers. Look through everybody's lines here. There's not too many pitchers in a row that you can say had 3 games. The last 3 games that Nathan Eovaldi has pitched, he has had 30 or more DFS points. So, there you go. You cannot say much more than that. And by the way, the Angels did lose that game 6-5 and 10. So their losing streak is enormous. I expect that to continue tonight against a solid pitcher in Eovaldi. And I'll tell you, Eovaldi's going to go below the radar, I think, because, just on the road, people still think the Angels can hit. I don't know why. They haven't won a game in a million years. But, Eovaldi's strikeouts have been nuts lately. Last 3 games, 8, 6, and 11. So give me that all day long. His prices are very affordable. 8,800 on DraftKings, 9,200 on FanDuel, and only 39 on Yahoo. So that really helps fit Gonsolin in there, who's a little overpriced on Yahoo. But everywhere else, I think you're getting I think the 2 most solid pitchers on the slate, for really very affordable pricing. So very excited about that one. All right, let's go to the fade pitcher. This is the guy that I had played about 3 starts ago and watched like the whole game. And I just thought, oh my goodness, this guy just does not have what he used to have, which we knew he wouldn't because he came back from major arm surgery. But it's Corey Kluber for the Rays. He's 2-2 with a 3.73, but he faces the St. Louis Cardinals. The St. Louis Cardinals just hit everybody. I mean, it just doesn't matter. They hit people. They'll spray it all over the field. They just know exactly, how to hit. And they have veteran guys that have been around a long time. When you're talking Goldschmidt, Arenado, obviously Yachty. I mean, they've been around for a long time. They've seen these guys a million times. And I know that Kluber's pitched decently the last two outings, but the problem is, it was against Texas, which is one, would had, haven't been the best hitting team. He did do a decent job against the Yankees. I'll give him that. But he got smashed by Baltimore, smashed by the Angels. He's just been inconsistent, and he's really lost his strikeout capabilities. I mean, 4, 5, 2, 2, 3, 4. I mean, just not striking guys out. Yeah, he's crafty, and he's trying. You root for a guy like that comes back from major injury. And his stats, 3.73 ERA is very respectable, 1.13 whip. I just think this is a rough matchup for him. I don't like him in this scenario versus St. Louis. St. Louis is in the bottom 5 of strikeouts. And again, they just hit the ball. And Kluber's going to be how do I say this? Kluber is going to be nibbling at the corners. How's that? And when he's nibbling at those corners, St. Louis is going to hit the ball, or they're going to take some balls that most people, swing at. So again, a lot of it has to do with, just what I feel is Kluber's inability to pitch anywhere near what he used to, especially from the strikeout side, and St. Louis's ability to hit the ball for a high average and take advantage of guys like this. And I think they get to him today. So I am going to be avoiding Corey Kluber. All right, let's go to BVP. Let me switch back to this screen. And my first, or I'll just give my one like I normally do. My BVP today is Justin Turner. So we're going to, somehow I got on the wrong sheet here. So I'm going to read off. There it is. He has faced Johnny Cueto 40 times. So that's to me, a fair sample size. He's 15 for 40 for a cool 375, 6 extra base hits, 2 of them for homers, 5 ribbies, and he's walked a couple times as well. So an OBP of 432, slugging 625, OPS 1.057. So Justin Turner versus Johnny Cueto in a good spot. Again, I know the weather's not going to be hitting weather there, but when Turner gets it, he gets it. And I think he could still take one out of the park, or at least really do some damage against Cueto. So BVP play is Mr. Redbeard, Justin Turner. All right, for my HR call, I'm going to go to the Yankees game, and I am going to go to one Mr. Josh Donaldson. Josh Donaldson against Chris Archer has 3 home runs, and he's had 4 RBIs. He's walked 4 times. Granted, his average isn't great against Archer, but this is for the HR call, and I think he can get a hold of one against him. Not bad hitting conditions there. He's right in the middle of that Yankees order around all those phenomenal bats. So, one mistake by Archer to Josh Donaldson, I think he goes deep. And maybe if Archer lasts in the game, he may take him deep twice. So Josh Donaldson in that game against Minnesota is my home run call. All right, let's talk about stacks. That is super important, as it always is. And I'm going to go with 2 obvious ones. One obvious one and one maybe not so much. I'm going to go with the Yankees. And yeah, go ahead. I mean, they came through again last night. I don't expect everybody to hit a homer there. And I'm not saying you have to spend the farm and get Judge and Stanton again. Yankees are like 22-1 when they both homer in a game, though. But the bottom line is I do like the Yankees against Chris Archer today. I mean, you can go top to bottom here. I mean, anybody with Gallo batting 9th, a lot of people jumped into with him batting that low in the order. I'm not quite going to go there, though. He's just not himself. But there's so many good bats there, and That top five is ridiculous. LeMahieu, Judge, Rizzo, Stanton, and Donaldson. I mean, I think you've got some real stackability there. And you can even, if you want to do a wraparound, you can go Trevino, Gallo, Lemieux, Judge, or if you want to, go a little bit lower, you can even go a Stanton, Donaldson, Hicks, Kiner, Falefa. There's just a lot of guys in this lineup that can hit, and you don't have to spend the farm to get a stack. There are some decently priced guys in that lineup. So sometimes it's the obvious one, and I don't see why 2 games in a row they can't do well against an 0-2 Chris Archer. My other favorite might not be as popular as some will be today, but it is the St. Louis Cardinals. And I've mentioned, in depth here why I like them against Corey Kluber. I just think it's a great spot for some of these guys. I love Nolan Gorman, their rookie lefty. I think he's going to have a field day today. And then how can you complain of, Goldschmidt and Arenado in the middle of that lineup? The youngster Yepez is tough. O'Neill's due to catch a hold of one. He's due to go deep. Molina, Bader. I mean, they're just a good, solid hitting, high percentage team. And I think some of those guys are very affordable. Some are very expensive. But if you mix them together, and they don't, I'm not one that says you have to have them 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, you can go 1, 2, 5, 6, whatever it is. You can mix it up and, still make those mini stacks within the same team work very well. All right. That is it for the breakdown. We're going to go to the prize picks segment now and give you 3 of my top picks for the day. I'd like to thank Prize Picks for being the presenting sponsor of this podcast. If you go to prizepicks.com and use the promo code Coach Talk for your first deposit, all one word, no space, and they will match you dollar for dollar all the way up to $100 on that first deposit. And take the free money. I mean, it is a great place to build a bankroll at Prize Picks. Also, if you want to join us, we do give more Prize Pick selections at lock, and we do that in all our sports. Just go to dfscoachtalk.com, and you can check out all of our membership possibilities there. Even if you want to dip your toes in the water, that 3-day $10 deal is the best. Also, if you want to look at us on Twitter, check us out there. Look at some of our winners. Check out some of our pros. You can go to @DFS Coach Talk, and I am personally @Joe Sarvadi, JoeSarvadi. Shoot us any questions, any info there. We'll be happy to answer those. And if you're watching right now on YouTube, quick thumbs up. That means a ton to us. We do these podcasts for all our sports in front of the paywall. All we ask is you take a second, hit that thumbs up, hit the subscribe button. And while you're at it, hit that little alarm in the upper corner. That will give you an alert every time one of our podcasts premieres. And we are doing them a lot of podcasts. And we have some great news coming up here too in the next couple of weeks that is going to increase that even more. So thank you again. We're approaching 2K in followers on YouTube. So we'd love to have some more followers there, and on Twitter as well. 2K on Twitter is where we're close to. So definitely follow us there. Also had a huge month of May. It was our biggest views that we've ever had since we started Coach Talk. Tons of views, 15,000 for May, and just incredible watch time. So appreciate all of you for tuning in every day. It really means a lot. All right. I have 3 plays for you for Prize Picks today. My first one is Tony Gonsolin for the Dodgers, over 33.5 fantasy points. And again, he's been very consistent, over 30 every game. I love the matchup and the weather and the whole situation in Chicago. So I'm going with Gonsolin over 33.5. Poor old Corey Kluber. He's probably going to pitch a no-hitter the way I've been picking on him today. But I thought his number was high. So I went under 29.5 fantasy points for Corey Kluber. Number one, he's facing St. Louis. And number two, you got to get a decent amount of strikeouts and go very deep in order to bust 30. It's just the way it is. I just don't see that happening for him. So I'm under Corey Kluber fantasy score 29.5. And on that same vein, I'm going under Luis Robert. Luis Robert is 6.5 only, but I'm going under because he's facing Gonsolin. He has not gotten into a groove yet by any stretch after coming back from injury. So I'm just going to try to pick on that matchup and go under Luis Robert 6.5 fantasy score. All right, my friends, that is it for this awesome Wednesday, June the 8th. Check it out. We've already posted our PGA podcast. That is up. So some good information there if you're going to play the RBC Canadian Open this weekend. Also, our NBA podcast is up. Very, very excited for Game 3 of the NBA playoffs tonight. It is a hell of a series, so definitely catch that as well. All right, thank you so much, and tomorrow we'll certainly be back. Crash will join me again tomorrow. Actually, tomorrow's my day that I take a break from the podcast, so you're going to get solo Crash tomorrow, which is always a good thing because he is good. All right, my friends, have a great, great day, and we definitely will be after it throughout the day in Discord, and we'll be after it again tomorrow when we look to crush it here at DFS Coach Talk in MLB, Prize Picks, and DFS.